Hey everybody, welcome. This is Jason from leanbodymovement.com, and today, for today's interview, we've got JR over in Minneapolis, St. Paul, in Minnesota, and he does something really unique in the fitness industry, and we're going to get into that in just a moment. But he runs a studio and a fitness center, kind of a medical resource center. I mean, it's a whole hub for a lot of cool resources for kind of almost revolutionizing how people are viewing really healthcare in a whole, but also medical fitness and how fitness can really help us with our longevity and definitely prevention of a lot of things that we don't necessarily need to deal with or want to deal with down the road. So thanks for being on the call with me today, JR. That means a lot to me. JR, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Well,
cool.
Hi.
So let's go ahead and get into a little bit about Rejuve Medical, and go ahead and tell us a little bit about kind of who would go see Rejuve for and for what goals and for what fitness goals they would probably go to Rejuve for. Not only the fitness aspect and the weight loss, but also the other things you guys got going on over there.
Typically, Jason, thanks for having me on. First off, is we do weight loss and nutrition and exercise just a little bit different than everybody else. We have what we call a different view on healthcare. That traditionally healthcare professionals right now are trained on symptoms. How do I, deal with symptoms? So doctors are trained that I will mask this diabetes with this medication or that medication. They're taught how to deal with sickness and injuries from a treatment perspective, but not a prevention or more of a holistic approach to making people better in the long term. So typically on our weight loss side is we have people come in, but we look at it from a perspective of if I can teach somebody to exercise and eat better, they're going to maybe prevent diabetes from happening in the first place. Or if we're working with that diabetic client already who is right there, that we're going to not only learn how to exercise and eat, but there's more going on to the body from a medical perspective that what a lot of people could do differently at a gym, such as metabolic testing, hormone optimization with blood levels, true food sensitivity testing. So many clients maybe struggle to lose weight and can't find answers. Is it their thyroid or whatever avenue that may hold them back? And we really try to integrate our medical practice to better help anybody that walks through our doors.
Cool. So that's really cool information because, we're all used to going to, either a fitness center or, a lot of people may even see a doctor for fitness and for fat loss or just overall weight loss. But you guys are really, almost, for what I want to call it, is you guys are like spearheading this thing because a lot of people just don't view, especially the healthcare side of it. They just don't connect the dots like you were just mentioning. And so I really look up to that viewpoint that you have. We both share that same belief there, and I think a lot of people will be able to kind of leave this call, or after we get done here, I think a lot of listeners will kind of view things maybe with a different angle, which is also always a great thing to do, especially in the fitness aspect. So cool, man.
Absolutely.
I think it's really awesome. And you guys are over in St. Paul or Minneapolis, technically?
St. Cloud, which is 40 minutes west of the Twin Cities.
Yeah, that is right. Cool.
And like you said, we're just a little bit different from when somebody comes in looking for weight loss help or exercise or nutrition. We can do some of those things that your everyday gym or trainer don't have access and tools to. So it really strengthens what I can do as a professional to better help people. But at the same end of the spectrum, like we talked about, sort of the inherent problems with traditional healthcare is sometimes people come in, let's say, because we have a sports medicine doctor, they come in for chronic arthritis or a sore knee or anything like that. They're not necessarily understanding what an impact that their nutrition and exercise plays on that chronic inflammation or arthritis in their body. So we try to be more proactive when people come seeking sickness or injury treatment to say, hey, look at this picture that exercise and nutrition is medicine, that no matter what, if I give you this injection in the knee, if you're 40 pounds overweight, you're not going to help. This is going to come back if we don't strengthen that joint, if we don't, take active measures to make it a different model. So no matter what, whether they come in for fitness first or through medicine first, we can synergistically work better to help everybody that we encounter. And that's where the current healthcare model is not focused, and that's where it has to be. We all see the Affordable Health Care Act that is being passed and through, and it's all focused on outcomes and prevention. Well, nothing in the current medical society today is focusing on that yet. And there comes, a reason why, and what I've known based on what I'm trying to do, because I'm fighting insurance companies on a daily basis, say, hey, we know gastric bypass isn't the best alternative, so why aren't you doing it? And the kickback is we don't have enough qualified fitness professionals out there. So, how do we take that person that is diabetic and have confidence that they can treat like a physician? And there's great governing boards like the Medical Fitness Association, in NASAM, some of the certifications, and the turbulence trainers. We know that there are trainers out there that have these powerful certifications, but the problem is there's a lot of trainers out there that, and I know, Jason, you're top of the line right there, there's a lot of trainers down there that only have a weekend certification, and they're not equipped or able to handle some of these high-risk or special populations. And that's why our focus and our goal at Rejuve is we do have a very successful model that we're trying to spread to the world, and we have our franchise that we're trying to really have that high standard for. There's a certain level of criteria that has to be met to deal with patients that just don't want to lose 15 pounds of fat, that we need to help those that have, fibromyalgia or arthritis or diabetes or fresh out of cardiac rehab. And, that's where we're trying to focus our attention on, is those special populations.
Cool. Very cool. I think that's awesome, because how rare is that? How rare is that to see a center, a health and fitness center, that actually houses both sides, really truly cares about the holistic aspect. You normally just see one or the other, and you're kind of lacking one thing. And I think that's one thing that you guys do so well at, and that's just what blew me away from day one when I was first talking to you in Miami and in California. So it was just, that's why I really wanted to get you on the call today, is because it's really impressive to me. And plus, what we're going to talk about with your product here, the no cook, no excuse meal plan, that incorporates a lot of your guys' philosophy, which is, and people can get that at a pretty insane price, you guys, because it's essentially coaching if you think about it. I can't imagine what clients do pay you from a day-to-day basis at Rejuve, so people have the opportunity to really get some of the top-of-the-line experience almost in a box, if you want to put it that way. So with that note, or on that note, let's go ahead and get into your no excuse, no cook, no excuse meal plan, correct?
Absolutely.
Cool. And that is going to be a big thing, I think, coming up here shortly, because it can not only benefit every other program out there, but it's exactly what it sounds like. And one of the, probably the biggest benefit, and I would have loved this in college, is that you can be on this meal plan and you don't even need to hardly cook anything, right? Or does it require any cooking?
It doesn't require any cooking. It's for those that don't have time, but it's also, we have years of experience with with not only the people that are overweight, but the busy professionals. And we know their number one barrier is, A, I don't have time, or I can't cook, or, it just doesn't fit my lifestyle. It's unlike you and I, we're trainers. We love to work out. It's something that we're passionate about doing. But those that have those barriers and are trying to make it all fit with busy family, work, and life have not found that nutrition balance. So this came out of all of our experience, Jason, that I needed to find a way that could work for everybody. That when people first start, I would love to have them on a gold standard plan to where they would cook like I can on a Sunday and prepare for the whole week, and that, they eat all organic and perfect nutrition and clean, but that's just not the reality of so many. It's a quick and grab society. People are on the go, that they're busy with family or kids, and those were the constant themes that came up over and over again. Well, I can't cook. Oh, I don't know how to make it. Or when I said, well, this is the favorite meal I had growing up, just do this, this, and this. And it would leave people like, well, I don't know how to do that. So the barrier was just so high for so many to be successful on finding something so simple. So I said, what's the easiest way to make somebody be successful that doesn't have time, that can't cook, and that they still can lose weight? They can still be healthy if they're not trying to lose weight. So this is what I call a plan that can work for your average Joe or any day person.
All right, so that's really great. Thanks, JR, for that stuff. That's awesome. So now let's go ahead and just run into, it's obvious that a lot of people are having a lot of success already with your meal plans and with all the benefits and the ease of use. I think that's the big thing that comes to my mind when I'm thinking about your product, is just ease of use, and it's kind of done for you. And I've actually had the opportunity to look at the meal plans, and a lot of that actually seems kind of what I implemented when I was just getting into being a personal trainer myself in college. And everyone knows about the college diet and how ridiculous those may be with the rice cakes and the ramen noodles and all that stuff. But you'd be surprised at how simple you can have, kind of like with lack of resources. However, you can make some pretty good choices with combining right nutrients and stuff. So that is all awesome, because it really just proves that we don't really have an excuse. I mean, we can use really cheap resources to the best of our kind of combining things. That's what I saw. Was you really combine good, the right optimal ingredients, so to speak, for the most success and the right caloric combination. So I want to go into some case studies that some of the users that you guys had in your fitness center in St. Cloud and Rejuve Medical that have had tremendous success with the meal plans and the whole system that it comes in. So if you wouldn't mind, let's go ahead and talk about Linda. And she's arguably the top kind of case study when it comes to weight loss and success with the no cook, no time excuse meal plan. So let's go ahead and talk about Linda, if you would. Tell us a little bit about her story and how she got all of her amazing results.
Yeah, Linda's a fabulous story. It's one of those things. Linda needed something simple. She owns her own business, has tried every diet in the world, and it was just, she needed something simple. I almost feel, guilty telling you this version is in the product there's 31 days of meal plans. Linda, I have to encourage her to step outside of 1 or 2 days. She eats the same thing over and over again, so I really try to get that variety in there, that, hey, there is a different protein bar and there is a different meal plan. But Linda needed something very simple. She couldn't cook, and it wasn't one of her strengths, where she tried to be simple before and eats the same things, but she was on the wrong product. So what this program really is successful at doing, instead of this cracker, what she was already eating, it's that cracker. Because we all know food manufacturers are going to try to deceive you. They want every product to be labeled as healthy, and this program's all about the simple swaps to make all the difference. So we got her on the right yogurt and, found the snacks that she likes. But, from a supplement side, I always said how important it was that she took a multivitamin, because her nutrients are so, not diversified. It's just very basic and simple, but it worked for her. And she didn't need to cook. She didn't need to tote around a whole bunch of Tupperwares. It just worked for her. And she followed it. She didn't really step outside of it. She's dialed in. She knew she wanted to be successful, and I've been able to motivate her all along the way, and she's still at it, stronger than ever. And again, today our success is trying different things. So each week I challenge her, instead of this, let's try this.
Perfect. So it sounds like choice and small shifts in choices can mean the whole difference.
It is the whole difference. I mean, if you're doing some of these things loaded with high fructose corn syrup versus here's the alternative. You could be doing a whole wheat bread that you think is good, but here's actually one that is good. So that's where people get frustrated. They think they're eating healthy, and most of the people that I meet with tell me that right away, Jason, is I eat healthy. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And simply, as soon as they journal for me one time, it's easy and obvious for me to spot, well, here's what we need to switch out, substitute, and that's everything in this meal plan and through the videos and explanations and the shopping tour that comes is all the right products.
Wow, and I just heard you mention there's a shopping tour, and that's probably is that a bonus that you got that comes with the system, or is that?
It comes with the system. It's not just a meal plan for 31 days that's all no cooking. It's exactly that. It comes with the shopping tour that takes you aisle through aisle, because I live up here in Minnesota, like you mentioned. Well, they may have a Hy-Vee down in Jacksonville that, doesn't necessarily have Quest bars. So here's what we're going to exactly look for on the labels. I know every shopping center in America maybe have Triscuits, but some of the products are going to be different. So I step you and walk you through a video shopping tour saying, here's the products, here's what we're looking for. Another video includes that here's exactly, the things that we want to look for to not be on the label. So the 10 foods and additives and that we really are trying to limit on the no-cook meal plan. And then a bunch of other stuff I can get into what's included as well.
It's really cool. Isn't that awesome? I mean, some people would pay, and I've heard of people paying a lot of money just for the shopping tour itself. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, our live clients do. We charge $70 per month, but that's the beauty of the info product world. These are things I do for our live clients every week. So why not record that and share that wealth with the world? For people that don't have the resources to come to a gym or afford a one-on-one trainer. So
sweet, perfect, sweet. So let's go ahead and move over to our second case study, and he's Mike, and I noticed him. He had a lot of success, and from what it seems like, he was very busy. Well, still is. The epitome of who we're trying to reach with this product, and who would be interested in the meal plans. So let's go ahead and talk about Mike, if you would.
Mike's another self-employed man. He runs a foster care home. He's busy running all over the time. His wife's a lawyer, so they lead a busy and hectic life. Mike, just like Linda, has tried every diet in the world, from HCG to starvation diets to just pure juicing, and always found himself on that proverbial roller coaster ride where he could lose 20, 30 pounds but gain it, but never found something that could be long-term. And Mike's, again, one of those clients that I still train today. In fact, he actually started working at Rejuve Medical lately because he's so passionate and has changed his life and lost so much weight. So he's a true transformation of there, and he doesn't work full-time, but he works with us 10 hours a week just because he loves what he's doing, and he's changed his life completely. But Mike was one of those guys that loves sugar, loves the sweets, the donuts, everything. So, you tell him one of the things out of the no cook, just like here's the syrup I want you on, the no sugar one, or here's the protein bar I want it. You'd catch him eating 10 of those things right there. So it was just tweaking and saying, we can't have 5 protein bars in one day, but follow the meal plan as it's guided to where, yes, those treats do fit in there. And yes, you can substitute things in and out, but he more importantly needed the right choices out of those sweets and everything.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like he's doing really well. I've heard he lost over, 100 pounds, was it, or more?
Absolutely. He's now, because I put this together, I think he's at 128 pounds now.
Wow. Awesome.
So it's changed, and that's what the good thing about the no cook too is. There is a lot of dessert elements. Like a plain nasty Greek yogurt's going to taste like sour cream. It may be good to throw in your scrambled eggs or something, but it's not going to be plain and tasty. And those that have a lot of weight to lose or that have had severe addictions all their life still need things that taste good. So the no cook, like, how do you make healthy, delicious smoothies? How do you make a Greek yogurt that tastes like a dessert or a pudding or something like that? And we understand that. So that's the beauty of I like good tasting foods, and a lot of people when they're on a diet sometimes think that you got to eat rabbit food to be successful, but we're going to give you good foods that are enjoyable. It's not the same thing. There is plenty of variety, like you said. I mean, some people like Linda, like what they like, and are going to be simple, but the more you can change it up, the less likely that you're going to get burnt out on doing the same thing over and over.
Absolutely, and I love that we've discussed about or mentioned variety a lot, and that's always a concern with anyone that's on any type of program. And
I got to eat chicken and veggies every night. I've heard that. And it's definitely not like that.
Right. That's a huge. That turns me on to the program, so I'm probably going to get on it or implement it at least. Especially
I do it all the time when I'm busy. I like to cook, once a week, but when I'm on the go and like I'm flying to Chicago today, I live the no-cook lifestyle. It's the easiest no-cook lifestyle, and like you said, in a bonus in there is that you learn how to eat out. That's what the no-cook and on-the-go and no-time lifestyle is, that how to survive every situation that you're dealt, and we communicate that through on everything. Is the no-cook lifestyle is me going to a restaurant sometime, but I got to know how to order if I'm on a plan or trying to be completely healthy or dialed in or even lose weight. You can do it once you learn this lifestyle. Absolutely.
Yeah, like you said, we mentioned you're going to Chicago today, which I might see you tonight because I'm in Chicago.
Absolutely.
But you and I both travel quite a bit, and so this is kind of living, breathing proof of proving that it works and it works well, and it's something that is based for longevity results instead of short-term results. So sweet. So Linda and Mike, you probably will see them on the kind of where you can see the product, and we'll talk about that in closing. But I want to first make sure I know what comes with the product. I know it comes with meal plans, JR, but is there anything that comes out else that comes with the product?
Yeah, with the product is the video series. That's the important part of it, is not just the meal plan, but first off, the theory behind it, what to include. So we call that Meal Planning 101. It's the basics on how you got to eat successful, because somebody in the no-cook meal plan could say, okay, I'm not cooking, but still skipping breakfast all day and having all their calories at nighttime. So there's still some basic principles that everybody needs to know what Meal Planning 101 is. So how do you time it? When do I eat this with what? So you could just follow the meal plan, but a lot of people also like to know the theory. You could essentially skip all that and then skip the reading and watch some of the videos, because the video series includes Meal Planning 101. So it takes you through that, how you should best time it, how to make it work best for your schedule, how to pack on the weekends, all the basics right there that are really essential to healthy living and not having those huge gaps, because we all know if I'm starving and I walk into a restaurant, there's no stopping me. And those are the things that we got to learn and prevent and learn to work around and live from our mistakes and learn from them. Also, what comes included is the shopping tour. Like you said, that's probably the most important aspect, because not my market's going to have the exact same foods. The majority of it you can get anywhere, but some of it you still got to understand what is a healthy food label and what not. We go over that in very good detail on how to do that. Another video includes us on all the processed foods and what to avoid, such as hydrogenated oils and how to limit saturated and trans fats and what high fructose corn syrup is and maltodextrin. Some of these code words that we got to look out for, aspartame, MSG. And for each one of the foods in the meal plan, there is an alternative to that. Instead of Crystal Light, here's your Mio Fitness water, and this versus that type concept on this is what you'll learn once you watch that shopping tour video. Also comes included, a journal system, because along the way, and people are, doing their and putting things in there, I really need to see a journal to be able to assess if somebody's on the right track, if they're getting results, if something needs to be tweaked. People, again, like I said, when I first meet with them, tell me they eat healthy. That's why I always request when I meet with people the first time, please journal for a few days and bring it in so I can get an understanding of it. It's a journal that also calculates. It's not mandatory that you count calories or anything, but some people like to get really dialed in and bring this science to an exact art. So we welcome that, and that makes our life a little bit easier. Another piece that comes included is a cookbook. Believe it or not, it's like Mike in a case study in there was all no cook when he first started. But I do like to challenge Mike, and we started with basic, simple recipes. If you want to make a dessert for your wife that is something a little more, there's 300-plus recipes that our normal clients who do like to cook that come in. We give them that cookbook and say, here are options for you. Delicious, healthy recipes that are quick and easy. So it's good to transition if you want to make a special anniversary dinner, or you want to make cookies with the kids that are still healthy. If you do find that time in there on a weekend or whenever you can, it's all clean recipes. So that's a very big bonus that a lot of our at-home clients love. So, and then
wow.
what isn't included in the product that is what the biggest element of it, and that'll be out in a few weeks, is the follow-along video series. I'm like Rachel Ray in the kitchen right there with follow-alongs each day of the meal plan. We've added gluten-free and dairy-free that says, here's exactly how to prepare that day, but we go in with the tips we share with all of our clients. So it's like you got a coach in the kitchen saying, here's what the all or nothing mentality, because a lot of the clients may do the no meal plan for 4 days, have a bad Saturday, and all of a sudden they're off the plan. Well, this is a lifestyle. This isn't something I want you to do for 31 days and be done with. This is something that we know that there's elements of coaching. We get into supplements. We get into, motivation, support systems, everything that you could mention that we coach our clients on a daily basis, how to be successful at adhering to a long-term lifestyle of health and fitness.
Absolutely. That's awesome, JR. It's cool that you mentioned that, because once again, it's designed to be something that is based around your longevity results, something that's going to really carry you into the future and eventually just become part of your lifestyle forever. So that's
Absolutely.
Cool, JR. What a cool mission for this system. So, and plus, it could just be a big benefit to any other product, whether it's a past system workout plan that you've been on, or it's a future plan that you might end up doing. You can
or even a diet.
Incorporate this. Absolutely.
Like you said, you may love the paleo diet, and I'm all for whatever works for anybody, but you are going to travel 1 week, or there's going to be that week where you're so slammed at work that you can't cook this week. So how do you still stay healthy throughout that? It shouldn't be a barrier and a roadblock for anybody. This is something that can work for anybody at any moment and any time, is having that crutch week in your pocket. So it can complement any program in the entire world in any fitness regimen or diet.
Cool. Well, that's just awesome, JR. Once again, thanks a lot for doing this with us. One more time, where can we find the system at?
Just the nocookmealplan.com. That's where we're
cool.
Yeah, that's where you can find information on it. Or, like we mentioned earlier, Rejuve Medical, that's REJUV as in Victor Medical.com. That's just kind of an overview of the facility and the medical fitness model we run. And this is just one of the programs inside it that we need to have for the busy and those that can't cook. So it's just one of the tools we have in our toolbox to help people live a healthier life.
Cool, absolutely. And once again, for any listeners, you can check out Rejuve Medical and just check out what the mission is there. And the no-cook meal plan is no exception to the mission. So that's just awesome. JR, thanks again for this interview. It's been a pleasure of mine. And,
thank you, and keep doing what you're awesome at, man. I'm so impressed with your love to help people and your products. It's just you're at the top of the game in the industry, man. Thank you.
Likewise. Following the big dogs, JR. Following the big dogs. So, once again, thank you, JR, and thanks for everybody that's listening. And there'll be a link posted somewhere below this player that you could probably check out the no-cook meal plan. And so I'm going to sign off with JR, and we are, once again, it was a good talk today, and we will catch you guys later. This is Jason Klein with leanbodymovement.com. We will talk to you guys very soon. See you guys.
Yep.